What did you want to be before writing your book?
Ooh, there were so many as a kid. Thinking about it now makes me laugh. As a kid growing up, I wanted to be a reverend sister. I don't know. If you are Christian, you go to Catholic church.
Okay.
You know the sisters that wear
Okay.
those things?
Like a nun.
Sort of. I think that's
Okay.
how it's called. That was my aspiration as a kid. And looking back, I realized where that came from because in the village I grew up with, most of the people that were sort of
Respected and revered.
yes, we're either reverend fathers or reverend sisters.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I want to be
I
that
wanna
when
be
I
that.
grow up. Yes. But then when you move out of the village from that environment, your dreams, of course, they change,
Sure.
right? So I moved to the city and I started thinking of something else. I was like, oh, going to school. I actually love working with people. So the idea was maybe marketing or something in finance. But then it never really worked. Then the whole South African thing came up. I came here, I went to school for a bit, which I did not graduate. So officially, I don't have a degree. And the plan was, but at the time I was working before I got retrenched, right? But I was working as a PA, as a personal assistant.
Yeah.
So I hadn't really figured out at that point exactly what I wanted to be. So I know as a kid that I had these plans or these dreams or these aspirations, but it never really translated into anything tangible. I think I was still finding my way.
Yeah.
I was still evolving and discovering who I was. And then marriage also, I was married for almost 10 years. So it's a long time. And I just became a mom, a wife. There was really nothing much out of that. And I wasn't really like looking for anything much out of that. I just thought, oh, this is life. And then what happened. I had to like sort of go back into myself and what else is there for me.
Oh.
And even me doing what I do again, like I mentioned earlier, I didn't sit and even plan to be any of this, to be in the tech world or to speak about technology. Just when I wrote the book that now addressed topics around technology, it just threw me into that spotlight. Initially, I was like, oh my God, switch it off. I cannot do this. But I had to like realize that, okay, I guess this is now my calling. This is now my sport. So I made peace with that. I kind of embrace it, and I actually love it because I've learned so much. I'm self-taught. I tell people all the time, I am self-taught. Everything I know about technology, I learned it because I didn't go to school for this. I don't have a background in tech. Like I told you, I had a session this morning with a team, and I was explaining to them that era where the topic of technology was only for IT guys is over.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a smartphone, you are in tech, whether you like it or not. So yeah, those are some of the things I was unpacking. So I got myself into this space and I absolutely love it. I enjoy it, especially with how fast, the world is changing when it comes to technology. So I'm constantly on my toes, learning what are the new trends, what else is happening out there.